Hey, what's over today, Strangers Fair? There's a fly in my room tonight that's getting on my nerves. My rabbit's in her cage. I don't have anything to kill the fly with. I have my coffee. I don't know if maybe the fly will fly out in front of the camera. James, what movie are you watching? What is it?
Rogue Warfare.
Rogue Warfare.
Yep, Death of a Nation.
Okay. I never seen that one.
You probably wouldn't have. It's a war movie.
I've never really gotten into war movies.
Exactly. That's why I said you wouldn't have seen. I know what you like.
We'll see. When I would always go over to my mom's house, I would always watch murder mysteries over there.
Yeah, I fucking can't stand murder mysteries.
Well, then you don't want to ever visit my mom's house with me because that's all she watches.
Trust me, there's a reason why I don't go over to my own grandmother's.
Why does your grandmother watch murder mysteries?
Yep.
That's sad.
It's annoying.
See, I can't stand murder mysteries.
They're
They're so depressing and dark.
They're alright, but she watches the same ones.
But you think my mom watches?
No, I'm just saying, like, she watches the same ones constantly, like reruns constantly. Like,
Yeah.
I get tired of that shit. I'm more of if it doesn't pique my interest, I don't watch it, and I don't watch movies twice.
Alright, well, what's your favorite game that you like to play?
Call of Duty.
I like to play Sims 4 and Grand Theft Auto.
I only play Call of Duty.
Really?
Yep.
But you like my Sims 4 mods, don't you?
Played it once.
You like when I play with my Sims 4 mods, like my drug and sex and violent mods.
I can't say I liked it. It was just.
It's cool. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. It was very weird.
Well, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's entertaining to me.
Yeah. Hey.
My sim was face fucking that bitch, man.
Yeah.
He was getting it.
Damn! 2 hours and 11 minutes on this motherfucking movie? Bitch ain't gonna be over till 2:55.
Yesterday afternoon, welcome. The school southwest of Jubilee football organization. They murdered the teachers and buried 17 of the students in one. The youngest was 8, oldest 13. Charged with engaging us in the US behalf of current administration policies and denying aid to any non-strategic allies. Some of my ex-colleagues at the CIA feel differently.
You seen The Fly recently?
I think it flew out of the room.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright, bro.
What we're about to do is me and one of my friends are going to see who can make more money for donations for the people of Ukraine in the next 7 days. So we're going to
Hey guys, long time no see. I have not.
So I think the fly flew out of my room. Let me stand up and make sure it's gone. Yeah, I think it's gone. So, I really miss my black friend that died from the coronavirus. I plan to maybe make a save rest in peace Ryan Cherry. But see, my friend Jeff McGaney did this tattoo on me, who calls himself Storms Wild. I have this dark tree. I got this Grim Reaper tattoo. Because I've thought about killing myself 3 times in my life. And I got this Gemini tattoo. Because I'm a Gemini. See, I watch Christians on YouTube and I leave them friendly comments. But overall I'm Wiccan. And I have a crystal ball in my room that I meditate with. And I say prayers to a god and a goddess. And I have my Wicca for Beginners book that I read. And I really wish I had a new girlfriend. I hear voices sometimes as a schizophrenic person. But overall, I'm stress-free. I drink alcohol to make my paranoid schizophrenia voices go away. I went to the mental hospital sometime last year. And up there, I met a boy named Adam, who was a people coincidence person. And we talked about deities. And then there was this boy that was into Satanism up there. And see, when I was like 14 or 15, I had a mixed friend named Ray, and I hung out with another mixed girl named Kelly who was thin, and Ray was heavyset, and we hung out with a boy named Brian, who owned a hoarder house that wanted to be on TV or on the hoarder show, but he wasn't on the hoarder show, and Brian was into Anton LaVey's Satanism. And at that point, I was Christian. I did read the Quran. I never read the Quran before, but my mom was one of those heaven and hell Christians. And my grandmother is Catholic, and my dad George is Catholic. And my grandmother wanted to get me baptized, but I didn't want to. And I became a witch, in Jeff's Blood Star Coven. And I followed Jeff McGaney, on Instagram, sometime about today or last night. And Jeff calls himself Storms Wild on there. See, the path that I take is that I'm Wiccan, and I believe as long as your religion doesn't believe in animal torture, and you're a good person, because see, I make about $700 or $800 a month in my disability paychecks for my schizophrenia, bipolar Tourette's, and autism. But any money that YouTube were to pay me on the side that I would make if I get 1,000 subscribers, say on my Ryan Alien Docents for Let's Play and Vlogs channel, or on my Ryan Living with Paranoid Schizophrenia channel, or on my Ryan Stoner Bel Air in Maryland channel, or if YouTube were to pay me on my Drag Queen channel, which is my Ryan and Bel Air Weekend Drag Queen in Maryland channel, and my most popular video on there is for Skankeisha where I'm wearing a rainbow wig, I would donate my extra money to charities with all the monies that YouTube would pay me, like animal charities or things like that, because I'm always sad when I see animal commercials on TV, and they make me sad, and I've thought about donating to them, but I didn't have a disability. They didn't approve my schizophrenia disability until I turned 20 or 21. See, what got my disability pushed through was I self-harmed when I was stolen from. My black friend died. All my girlfriends have cheated on me, like Alicia cheated on me. This girl with black hair that I was with left me for somebody else. Brooke Dirks didn't cheat. Nadia and I only dated and kissed. And then I was with Sabrina. And then I got with my girlfriend with black hair. And then about a year ago, I was with a girl named Alexis. and I got a videotape out of her. And see, really, I was frustrated because for a long time I couldn't make a girlfriend no matter what I would do. I joined dating sites. I tried to go out to bars and talk to girls. And at one point I felt like my best option was because once a week on Twitter there's a new tweet where people want to know what happened to Shirley or Billy Wesley Phelps. And I felt like my best option was maybe if a real girl like Billy Wesley Phelps or the Shirley guy, since I knew him and he was my best friend for 4 years, maybe a girl who would watch him would think that I'm attractive because I'm attractive and I'm 7.5, almost 8 down there. And a girl would want to come over and we could hang out because all my girlfriends have cheated on me. And I wanted to find a real loyal girl, and for a long time, for 4 or 5 years, I sat in this house and watched all my alternative school friends unfriend me, and it made me sad. But I like to watch Judge Judy. Or Jerry Springer Show. Or other YouTubers. Sometimes I talk to my friend Victoria from my alternative school that has PTSD. And see, I got diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic when I was 20 or 21. But when I was in my second alternative school is when I had PTSD. And I wanted to fight a boy in my public school that was mean to me named Jermaine. And then there was a man that was in my classroom who was black, named Mr. Brooks, that molested a student. That I saw every day, that asked me sexual questions in school. And I felt like some days my best option was to either try and be friendly and give people answers about Shirley, and maybe people would like my videos and understand it in some way and a girl would talk to me. Or people just like my videos, I really didn't care because I was stolen from. And the boy who stole from me, with him and his schizophrenic girlfriend Courtney, slept with this anorexic bitch named Katie with black hair that's ugly. Another girl named Allison that is a huge bitch that I don't like, and I hope she gets the coronavirus. I hope all of them do. I was fired from my ShopRite job and my other car pushing job at the Wise Market grocery store. And some days I didn't care what happened. Because Ripoff Report was made about me, and it's a very offensive slander page where it says that I'm gay and I live with the Shirley guy and he was my boyfriend even though we were just friends. And I used to talk to him years ago, but I don't anymore. And I'm never going to talk to him again, and that's fine. He hasn't commented on my YouTube, and I don't know what he's doing with his life, but he was my best friend for 4 years. But my new best friend is James Colvin. But my very first best friend was Victor Hill. There was Victor, and then Billy Wesley Phelps, and then James, my new best friend, and then Robert Simpson, who is a boxer that you can watch on the Gladiator Games YouTube. Let's see, what day was my last video uploaded? June 25th. And it's June 26th now. My friend James has the weights. And see, I was sad because I was stolen from. I was sad because Alex would make threats to put things about me on Revolver Report after he stole from me. And I watched him sleep with all these girls and things like that, and he would talk about it. And I couldn't make a girlfriend at bars or anything like that. And I never attempted to be famous off Chevrolet drama because people assumed I wasn't even real. And I am real, and I was one of the most popular boys in my alternative school, and I love all my alternative school friends. My best friend was Victor the Pyro, who lit things on fire, that got me into pyromania. And I used to hang out with Ray and Kelly, the violin girl, when I was young. And sometimes I would see Brian, who was into anti-LaVey Satanism. And when I was 17 until I was 18 or 19, knew my dad George did not buy me a car. And sometime about 4 or 5 years ago, I had bleeding problems, where I would bleed when I would go number 2. And I begged my dad to take me to the doctors about my bleeding problems, and he would yell at me and call me names. He would make fun of me when I would tell him I would hear voices. And honestly, I could have been really famous for my situation. I could expose just how evil my family is. Like my mom who did drugs, my stepdad who would beat me. And play these stupid games with him and my dad. And I was abused constantly at my mom's. I couldn't even stay at my mom's for 5 or 6 minutes before my stepdad would call me names and throw me out. And then my dad would come get me. And then when I finally had girlfriends, my dad would always stay here and stand in my way. He did not buy me a car until after my friend was shot by the police. It literally took a person dying for my dad, George, to go out and give me a car and a license when I was 21 or 22. But by that point, all my friends grew up and unfriended me because they couldn't see me anymore. What's my longest video on here? My longest video on here is 54 minutes long. But I'm not in the mood to talk anymore. But I'm in a good mood. What day am I getting my disability money? I should be getting it on the 4th or the 5th. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in 9 days I plan to get my disability money and buy some alcohol. In 9 days I plan to get my disability money and buy some alcohol. So everybody's good. Much love and peace to everybody out there in the YouTube world. From Ryan George Fair.